we have a leaking pump. My little water alarm right here went off while we were driving, and this water alarm is usually way back here by the wheel well cover, and it started squawking. So what's it sound like? So that's what it sounds like, and it's a simple little device right here that's run by, I think, a 9-volt battery, maybe 2 AA's. So luckily, our water pump right here is easy to access, and when we run the pump, we end up seeing that a little water is seeping out right here. Right there, we got a little water seeping out, and as we ran the pump, that slowly dripped to the floor and set that alarm off. So now what we're going to do, we're going to swap out the pump, which should be extraordinarily easy, because when I put it in, I have 2 quick disconnects right here, and we've got a spare pump that we always carry with us. So we're going to do that swap out right now. I know some water is going to leak. Get my towel under there, and we will just disconnect this. So I got a little bowl here to see if we can capture some of the water. I don't think it'll be very much. We let the pressure off at the sink. Got my little shut off. Right back there, there's a little red shut off. So if I shut that off, it'll stop. It'll shut off, and of course it stopped. Because otherwise, it would just flow until it got below that level on our tanks, and that would be about 50 gallons of water. All right, so that one's off. I'm going to take this one off. Shouldn't be much here. Just what's in the motor itself, or in the pump itself. And that's it. And this will come right out. No, negative. Another thing that you'll notice is I have connectors on here. One of them's male, one of them's female. So it's not possible to plug this in the opposite direction. And my spare pump, which is right here, I already have those connections already done on the spare pump we carry around. So I just need to take this off and mount this pump where that one sits. All right, I know I'm being silly, but I'm doing all of this just to see how easy it would be. I'm doing it all with my Leatherman. I didn't even get a screwdriver out because there's not much to it. If you install things right, they're easy to fix. So on my spare motor, I don't have this rubber piece, because the rubber piece on my spare motor, somewhere along the line, I cut it or cracked it. So we got to swap this rubber piece, but that's just 2 screws. And then this gets swapped around. So I just put this back in place. And while I'm at it, there is a little spin down filter on here that catches any kind of debris. So I'm gonna get a little debris on there. So I'm gonna clean that off. All right, clean that off. There was just a little bit of sand on it. I'm surprised how clean it was because I've never cleaned it ever. So more than 3 years, it's never been cleaned. Just shows we got pretty clean water. And having a spin down filter protects the motor from any debris because the rubber diaphragm in the motor would get eaten up from sand and any kind of debris that might go through there. So you want the spin down filter on the entrance to the pump. All right, that's that side. And then we do this side. And these little spin-on connectors are friggin' awesome because otherwise you'd really be stuck. You'd have to cut all kinds of pipe and cut new pipe. And the last thing to do is to plug it in. Negative and positive. And believe it or not, right now it's running. Well, for some reason there's no water moving. And that's because I forgot to flip this lever up. There was a moment I was very confused. All right. Now it's making a little bit more noise. Okay. And there are no leaks. Look at that. No leaks there. No leaks there. And on top of that motor, we used to have a leak on the old one. Of course, it's good on this one. Now in this motor, it looks like there's a little space there. It might just be that vibration over the years has loosened this up and some dirt has gotten in there. So I'll disassemble this, clean it up, put it back together, and test it. And it might become our spare pump. But if not, then I'll just buy another pump to carry it as a spare so that if this happens again, it's an inconvenience like it was this time and not an emergency. So all in all, this took less than 30 minutes to swap this out. And that's because I put in quick disconnect connectors. And it really took more time moving this stuff out of the way so that I could put the video camera in a spot to make the video. All right, cleaned up the drips of water, and I'm putting my little water leak sensor down here, which is, that's how crazy sensitive it is. Just a little moisture when it goes off. We put it right there just in case the new one leaks, which I don't think it will, but you never know. And then this stuff just slides back in there and it's out of the way. And that's the last thing, and we're good to go.